The time is nigh! It's time for... In the end, there is Omega. Hello everyone and welcome back for the battle we've been waiting for since the start of the Deltascape. Yes, Deltascape. Sid is waiting for Omega to make its next move. He is suspiciously quiet. Your move, Omega. Viewing window closing. Oh, I like this music! Beep! Shutdown initiated! All core experiments and supplemental testing concluded! Discarding test worlds, system resources, rerouting to primary operations. Congratulations, Alpha Group! As the last surviving test subjects, you have removed every challenger on your path to reach me. I too am eager to meet you in battle. The margin of error I observe between my simulations and your practical performance against Midgard Soma necessitates direct and immediate analysis. Beep! Confrontation imminent! Prepare for unmitigated hostilities, then activate the relocation device to enter the arena. This is it then. Omega's power might seem overwhelming, but trust in old Sid. I have a fair idea of where its weakness lies. And I've been working on something to exploit that vulnerability. I just need a little more time to prepare. First things first, we make a few adjustments here, like so. Alpha, do you have any of those tricks and tools left over? I want us to have as many options as possible, so let's lay our cards out on the table, as it were. Great! What do we have here? Some sort of gem, a couple of stones. and one single card. This makes things bigger, does it? Or is it smaller?
What?
Right, 'twas foolish of me to even ask. We'd best leave you in charge of when and how to use your special tools. Ah yes, I almost forgot.
What?
I'm sure you'll do fine. Don't worry, we'll win this, I promise. You can always claw things. Wait, you can always claw things if you run out of tricks. Don't worry, we'll win this, I promise. Here, you should carry this as well. I've filled an empty bottle with the invisibility water from the kettle. It might just prove useful in the right situation. Listen to me, Alpha. Up until now, Omega has poked and prodded us from one mad experiment to the next. And honestly, we have no idea of what might happen in there. But between us, I believe we have the knowledge and the skills to prevail. If you see a chance to make a difference, I want you to take it. All you need is faith in yourself, and a little courage to see it through. Right, Jesse should have that device put together by now. Let's head outside, shall we? Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da. I'll head straight back to Fralga's Reach and collect my new toy. I do still need to run through a final inspection, so feel free to rest in town in the meantime. We'll discuss strategy the moment I'm finished. Alpha seems concerned for Sid's well-being. You have a feeling he wants you to follow him. Alright. Back to Fralga's Reach it is. I suppose we can always pick up that, well, that accessory since we got a bolt. I mean, while we're here. Do. Yep, destination, run straight past. Alphascape, magic. And let's get a ring, because that'll be an upgrade. Oops. Since I have 270 to 260, Omicron Persei 8. Well, 380. Little boost never hurts. At least someone knows how to hide. You're looking a bit shaky there, old friend. Oh, robes do not suit you, Nero. Nero, they let you out of bed, did they? After studying the data collected from the battle between Omega and Shinryu, one is led to a certain conclusion. Of all the Primal's attacks, Shinryu's burst of lightning was the one that pierced the machine's defenses. Omega, it would seem, is vulnerable to electrical energy. That's a really good point that I totally forgot about. Aye, all the available evidence supports such a theory. 'Tis likely an intrinsic weakness that even Omega itself cannot fully compensate for. Yet, be that as it may, I imagine it can still shrug off shocks generated by ordinary means. We'll need to hit it with a truly gargantuan blast of energy. And so you made that. You based it on Midas's design, didn't you? The plans for the lunar transmitter. When my father was establishing a connection between the transmitter and Dalamant, he invented a method for accumulating and converting energy on a vast scale. Too vast, as it turned out. But the technology which leveled an entire town may be exactly the tool we need for the task at hand. I've made my own improvements and triple-checked the calculations. On parchment, the idea is sound, and Jesse has done a fine job assembling the parts. I fail to see the problem. What are you afraid of, Garland? I don't know. The device should give us the edge we need. Tis just... Whenever I look at it, I'm taken back to those dark days after the incident. I remember bodies melted by searing heat. I remember the bereaved and feel the weight of their silent accusations. I remember the Empire's remorseless response. We turned outward in search of answers, but the inventions we created to ensure our future were used instead to destroy lives, to wage war. And that's why I fled. I came to Eorzea and swore to only employ technology for benevolent ends. But naught is ever so straightforward. Every connection I have forged with the people of this realm reminds me of that fact. Often the act of living itself is a never-ending struggle against a world determined to oppose you. You can have the best of intentions and still cause hurt to yourself or others, but 'tis in confronting these wounds that we learn the better path, how to grasp those moments of true contentment. What drivel! You never used to bother with all this tedious introspection. Feeling our morality, are we? Mayhap I am. I had no such hesitation when I was a student. It was all bright and shiny innovation on the double, and later consequences be damned. Now though, I don't mind thinking through the outcomes, and taking the time to produce just one rigorously tested and carefully designed invention. 'Tis a reflection, I think, of just how much there is in this world I care about now, aside from myself. Ugh, I don't understand you at all. But I suppose, if anything, Omega and its unfettered testing methods represent the student you once were. And if you insist that your present self is a better one, then you'd best prove it with that device of yours. I suppose I must. Although 'tis hardly fair to compare my youth to Omega's solitary existence, I always had the second best student in class, pushing me to excel. I seem to recall a twinge of irritation any time he would outscore me on an exam. Ugh, I've been out of bed too long. I'd better go and lie down before I fall over. Ugh, or vomit. Alright, who we talking to? Sid! What's Jesse got to say though? The chief seems to be on top of things, and that's all that's left now is to bring your combined talents against Omega. I've complete confidence in you, Alex. No, I want to talk to Alpha. First Alpha, and now you. Come to check on my progress, have you? Well, I'm happy to report that everything is set and ready to go. Once you're finished with restocking and repairing, or whatever it is you adventurers do, then we can head back to the Rift and confirm our strategy. No, I wanted to talk to you, Alpha. Alright, to the Rift. Before we continue though, I do want to point something out. So, this is gearing up to be the big final thing with Omega. But this is clearly the third one, and there's always 4. So... Good day, you, sir. Were you descended into the Orn? Yep. I also missed out the word B there. Were you descended into the Orn? Quack, quack, quack. Is the kettle here? No! Alright, Sid. Apologies for the delay, but I think you'll agree the Ironworks' latest invention was worth the wait. This is the control module for something I've dubbed the Omega Jammer. It will allow you to generate a colossal burst of lightning. I'm gonna cough. At any point of your choosing. The effect won't disable Omega itself, of course, but it should be strong enough to knock out its armaments. I'll remain here and operate the main body of the device. I want to do everything in my power as an engineer to ensure that you emerge the victor. It all comes down to this. Alphascape version 3.0 now accessible. You can use the jammer's lightning bursts to incapacitate Omega's weaponry. A veteran like you should have no trouble turning that advantage into victory.
Quick, 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 quick!
Alright. Let's do this. Your triumph over the recreated Mid-Godsummer has convinced Omega of your supremacy. And the Master of the Rift will now engage you directly in combat. The final experiment is begun, and the arena awaits. Gather your courage and steel your spirit, for upon this battle rests the fate of the entire worlds. Of entire worlds, not the entire worlds. I messed that up. Alright, 5 minutes, that's fair enough. I want to go in. I know I'm going to be going in a second, but... So, yeah, I guess I'll see you in about 5 minutes-ish. See you in a sec. Huh. Totally zoned out there. Alphascape version 3.0. Alright, need to get me focus boots on. Whatever the heck focus boots are. I hope you're ready, Omega, because here I come. Ethereal Lift Alphascape version 3.0. I think my brain just melted at how good this music is. Oh my god!
You are the Alpha, I am the Omega. Initiating direct analysis of subject group. Generating rocket-propelled armament.
Alex, I'm detecting external armaments. These will be the perfect targets for the jammer.
Activating program loop alpha. Memory manipulation initiated. Program loop alpha. Primary sequence initiated. sequence initiated. Program Loop Alpha. Final sequence initiated. Program Loop Alpha activating. 5, 4, 3, critical error. Program Loop Alpha aborted. Program failure detected. Engaging Delta attack protocol. Target locked. Inhibitors disengaged. Firing Delta cannon at maximum power.
I've detected an extreme energy surge from Omega. Quickly, focus the jammer's lightning in the center of the platform. That's it. Keep building energy in that spot. It should generate a rudimentary barrier. The protection field is ready, but you'll need your own defenses. This may break even your considerable limits.
Survival of Alpha Group confirmed. Low probability outcome. Results remain within projected parameters. Analyzing current combat data. Optimizing functions. Generating enhanced rocket-propelled armament. Reconstructing rocket-propelled armament.
ba ba. Now, while that music was awesome as all of the 9 hells, I would say that was probably the easiest. Ignoring the fact that I died every time he did the port side and port and starboard side. Apart from that, that was fairly easy, but really cool at the same time, so I'm not complaining. Spring, lens, crank. I think I want springs. I mean, if I don't get the loot this time, then I'm not going to be the most unhappy person in the world doing this fight again. That music was awesome! Ba 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 ba. Actually, before we head out, we're gonna have one last look at. I don't know. Is this gonna turn out to be like a model that he himself has made? Well, only one way to find out. Yes, this is definitely the last battle, 100%. Definitely. Alex! By the gods, you've done it! You've defeated Omega! We've won!
Beep. Analysis. Subject displayed erratic levels of combat capability. Failure to exploit opportunities to inflict unavoidable damage. Noted tendency for isolated errors to compound and adversely affect performance. Conversely, subjects observed to launch attacks at sporadic intervals with unexpected force. Stated phenomenon increasingly prevalent once my structural integrity reached critical levels. Adrenaline-induced frenzy speculated, or suspected as it actually says. Furthermore, degree and manner of inconsistency varies from subject to subject. Unpredictability, difficult to counter. Beep, boop. I observed similar anomalies during my battle with Midgard Sorber, but the phenomenon appears far more pronounced in weaker opponents. I do not understand. Your physiology must include some enhancement function that I cannot detect. My programming demands I assimilate this capability. Insufficient data. I must reassess my methods and devise a more exhaustive testing and combat protocol.
What in the rift?
I have determined the optimal form for this experiment. Prioritizing physical reconfiguration, diverting energy from interspatial maintenance, collapsing rift.
Omega, wait! There is nothing outside the rift but empty space. We'll be cast out into the void.
Affirmative. Your demise was factored into my determinations. Determinations. The probability of hostile subjects interfering with the reconfiguration process was unacceptably high. I acknowledge your value as test subjects, but you are not irreplaceable. Once my reassembly is complete, I will send Alpha to lure in new mortals. Testing will continue. Ending communications.